Hi, this is Phil at Small Farm Innovations. Got Mark here to help me out. We're going to show you how to put the DM3575 drum mower into the mowing position. Now we have the mower right now flat on the ground, and the reason why we want it flat on the ground with the jack stand up is to make it easy to get this linch pin out from this transport bar. Once we get the linch pin out, we raise the mower just a little bit off the ground, just a few inches, just to get the weight off on the spring. And what Mark's going to do, he's going to go to the back of the mower and he's going to rotate the mower just to the right a little bit till the arm drops. Then once the arm is dropped, he'll put it in the storage place and flip the latch backwards. Once he does that, he's going to rotate the mower around to the right. Now you can do this by backing up while turning left until the rubber bumper hits the chassis right here. Then he's going to set the connection link on top of this anchor bolt here, and then he'll rotate the mower counterclockwise while looking and trying to line the hole up with that pin so he can see from the edge of the mower. Then we just place the connection link on and then put your linch pin in. And that's how you set the mower up in the mowing position. Now it's not quite set yet, and we're going to have another video on that here shortly. I'll show you how to set up the DM3575 in the mowing position. Now the 3065 that we have is the same, use the same procedure as the 3575. Both drum mowers work the same and are set up the same. The 2555 is a different mower. We'll show you later on that. But right now you can see we have the 3-point hitch down on this tractor as far as it'll go, and right here we call this the drum chassis where the two drums are, and we have what we call the belt chassis here. Now at this position, what we don't want to see this end right here where this pulley is lower than this pivot point here on the drum chassis, because what happens is that you transfer all the weight of the drum on this center drum right here. And what also happens is that you kick up the outer drum on the mower where it won't cut, it'll come up higher and it will not cut level. And all you're doing, you're transferring all the weight to the drum closest to the tractor. And when you do that, you put an additional load on the bearings and you'll wear that bearing out. So make sure that you pay attention to this video to make sure you get the maximum life out of your drum mower. So what I'm going to ask Mark to do is get in the tractor and start it up and raise the 3-point for me just a little bit. Now I'm going to show you how to properly set that 3-point hitch and how to set the mower up to get the best cut and the most life out of these machines. What I want him to do is raise the mower up, and what we're going to do is I'm going to have him, we want to look at the top of this belt guard here, and I want it to be level. So I'm looking at the top of the belt guard, it's pretty level, and I can see this point here is higher than this point. So I know that the weight the tractor is supposed to carry is carrying, and then the drums are flat on the ground. The next thing I want to make sure of is that this pin here is in the middle of this slot or away. In order for us to achieve that, we have to adjust this right top. So I'm going to try to do that right quick. Mark, would you lengthen that just a little bit where this pin comes down? Here we are getting ready to open a field, and I wanted to talk to you about before we open a field. Everybody's got their own way of starting a field with a mower. So I'm going to show you what I show most people while doing training out in the field. We got the tractor close to the fence. We'll get it closer. But what I normally do is drive along the fence. This is not a great fence, by the way, but it's not mine. So we mow along the fence with the mower on the inside like this. And what we do then, we go, it'd be clockwise, and then you'll see that this mower will leave a path, and that acts as a gauge to help us from putting the mower in the fence when we have the mower on the outside, to help get more hay cut so we can get it through the baler. Now, to start any drum mower or any implement PTO driven, what you want to do is start the PTO with the tractor at idle speed. So we're going to start the PTO here, and as the mower starts to speed up, then we gradually increase RPM to where the PTO speed is at 540 as indicated on the dash. Once we achieve 540 RPM, we're ready to start mowing. Okay, we're going to put the transport arm back on the 3575. So what we do first is release the latch, put it all the way forward like it is positioned here, bring the transport bar down, and then rotate the mower towards you just a little bit to get the arm started. Once it's started, just barely like this, then we lower the mower to the ground. Lower the mower to the ground just like we're doing here. And that makes this arm slide right on easily. And then you can install the linch pin. We'll show you how to change the blades on a SFI 3575 drum mower. We have this special tool that comes with your drum mower. This in here has been tweaked a little bit. We put a little bit of an arch in it and ground the back side. This is on the 3575 mowers only. But to change the blades here, all you do is insert the tool into this hole here, and then the fingers go over the lip of the drum. Then you pry up, and then what you do, you raise the blade out against the bottom of the top drum here, and then slide the blade out. And then to reinstall the blade, you basically lift up on the tool and put the blade back on its prong. You got to remember to raise it up against the bottom of this, or it will not slide out. When the blades are dull, take the blades off the right drum, put on the left, and the left on the right. Once they're wore out, replace the blades. We show you how to adjust the belts on a SFI drum mower. Look for this coil spring here on the end of the drum mower. And I don't want you to pay attention to the manual, because the manual will confuse you. A lot of people will run this all the way down to this chassis here because that's what it shows in the manual. Do not do that. What I want you to do is remove this cover, press down on each belt, and go to the loosest belt, focus on it, and all we want is a 1/2 inch deflection. To tighten the belt, you need a 15/16 or 24 millimeter wrench, and tighten this until you have a 1/2 inch deflection on the loosest belt. Tighten the belts after 30 minutes of run time when you get your brand new mower. If you don't do this, you'll burn the belts up. Never ever start the mower with the tractor at full throttle.